Do not listen to this hypnosis recording whilst driving or operating machinery. Listen only where it is safe for you to relax and fall asleep, or bring your complete awareness to your comfort in this moment. What does it mean to know yourself? Are you aware of your values, of your own thoughts and feelings, or your core beliefs? Do you have a conscious, working understanding of your mental and physical processes? These are all components that are important to helping you know about your own needs and how to meet these needs. When we lack a sense of self, when we don't know ourselves intimately, perhaps because we've experienced intense traumas early in life, and we have distanced ourselves from that deeper understanding in an act of self-preservation or protection, or we have not taken the time to discover the deepest parts of our being, we may be continuing in the footsteps of someone else's beliefs without exploring our own. If you experience poor self-esteem, poor self-care, an inability to effectively set limits in relationships, or to understand what part we play in our experiences, this is what clinicians refer to as lack of ego boundaries. If we are unaware of our own values and beliefs, it is difficult to be assertive or set limits or boundaries with ourselves or with others. We first need to explore who we are, what we believe to be right and wrong, and that we are indeed worthy of our own care and protection before we can build effective boundaries and feel secure in ourselves. We must first find and define who we believe ourselves to be. This is a process which we can start during this session. Hello, I'm Aaron Surge of Bewell Coaching and Mentoring. I'm glad you've come to join me on this very special and unique shared time to know yourself, explore the different parts of what make you the person that you are. We will follow those deeply rooted threads of your existence that make up the tree that is the whole of your being, as you carefully and comfortably adjust yourself now to the experience of following my voice into a deeply comfortable position where you can meet and become more well acquainted with the various parts and pieces that make you, that make up yourself, the core beliefs that you have built over a lifetime of experience that guide your every action. You can begin to orient yourself to the possibilities of learning how to monitor your thoughts and feelings as they gently flow in and out of your mind with each passing breath. You'll begin to go deeper into your mind to explore new and old, past and present portions of who you are, to gain a secure and meaningful appreciation for the person you have become and are always becoming. So, as you take that first deeply satisfying, deeply edifying breath in, you may permit yourself to become available to take this venture into the deepest places within. This journey will allow you to better understand who you are, what you believe, and the reasons you do the things you do in the way that you do them. You can support yourself now to wrap yourself up in the warm blanket of self-awareness and self-acceptance, self-exploration, so that you can feel more confident in setting goals for yourself that are within your reach, and set boundaries with others that are respectful of your own and others' best interests, to feel more at ease in your own skin, comfortable with who you are, and more able to be who you want to be. All right. You can take in a few more deep, relaxing breaths through your nose, getting yourself into a more comfortable position, whether you choose to lie down or to sit in a supportive chair, settling however you wish, feeling at ease with the knowledge that any passing noise or disruption is not something you need to concern yourself with at this time. Making the clear intention to concentrate on self, focus on you now, in this moment, breathing in and breathing out as you turn your attention to self, settling in the mind a little, allowing any parts of you that choose to surface enter your thoughts and smoothly flow out again, watching and waiting for whatever comes forward. Parts of you that have been scattered or lost, bringing them all together. Any personalities, any memories, any feelings that accompany these, to find their way down the path back into your current consciousness, bringing all separate parts of you into one whole being. Getting yourself oriented now to enter into internal experience for a while, so that you can really enjoy the balance between conscious awareness and unconscious awareness. Let each breath relax you. Let your thoughts run loose for a while until they tire themselves out. And then, little by little, they can slow, becoming very slow, so that more and more of your mental energy can be spent on learning at the deepest levels within yourself of the experience of comfort, about the experience of being so distant from all the usual focal points of your awareness. Notice, as you commit to this next step of your journey into self, the different thoughts that enter into your mind. They come and go, allowing them to do as they will, to linger a moment, then to pass, and taking a step back from them now, like sitting on the bank of a river, watching the current carry the leaves and debris downstream, as the sound of the flowing water and the sight of these thoughts attempt to distract you. You can let them flow gently away and remain in the background, making a commitment now to focus instead on your breath, feeling that cool air as it enters through your nose or mouth, feeling the slow rising of your chest as your lungs fill, then enjoying the passing of this warmed breath as it exits and your chest falls again. Allow yourself to take whatever time you need to feel this rhythmic flow in and out. Connect more deeply now to the sensation of your breath as it aligns with your heartbeat, physically noticing how your heart beats in time with your breath, becoming more in tune with each other, beating slowly and breathing deeply, connecting with that focus on slowing this rhythm to a comfortable pace, simply extending each inhale and exhale, not holding on to these breaths, but allowing them to slow naturally, like the gentle lapping of waves against a sandy shore, seeing those ripples swaying, those bubbles as the wave lets go of its hold to the shore. As you get closer to that quiet pulse of your core, your self, you can feel the beat, feel these waves of your life as it becomes clearer, closer, without expectation or judgment, letting go of these with this next deep breath out. Now, letting that deep rhythmic wave of comfort flow down through your body, feeling all the muscles from the top of your head ease as this wave of relaxation continues to flow down through the muscles in your face, your forehead, releasing all tension, your eyes becoming heavy and comfortably resting, all the tension from your mouth and jaw easing, and that wave rolls down, deeper down now, matching the soft beating of your heart and the slow flow of your breathing, all limbs resting gently, becoming calm, and allowing yourself to drift into that most satisfying, most comfortable of positions. Taking a moment now to ask yourself, if you can relax any further, giving way to that tide as it eases away any remaining tension. Now, as you have permitted yourself to become more centered, more grounded and secure, less moved by anything that might distract you, taking stock now of anything else that might be left, anything that may sway you or keep you from entering into that deeper focus upon you, upon yourself. You choose to release any relations, any connections to anything other than just you. Any roles you play, any responsibilities you may have, any lingering thoughts of tasks are not important to this moment. Labels that you use to define you, such as friend, parent, anything related to your job, any titles or names that are just parts, but not the whole. And refocus now on that center, your core. You can be soothed by the realization that in this moment there are no roles, no expectation for you to fulfill, no labels. There is only you, just you. You simply are, being yourself, as only you can. Nothing more, nothing less, eased by the relief of freeing yourself to just be as you are, with nothing between you and this comfortable tea time table set for yourself. Whenever anyone or anything comes to distract you from this very special time for yourself, you can actively let it pass, letting any distracting thought, any disrupting feeling go on their way, any way that you feel about yourself, any way that you describe yourself, any pain or confusion, frustration or disturbing sensation can all wash away with the flow of the tide. Know that your uniqueness, your completeness is whole and only you, being with yourself and no one, nothing else. Allow all the space within, every corner of your being, all the wholeness of who you are to be explored, to be fully felt in this moment. All the intimate parts of yourself integrating, coming together, connecting, and all the labels, all the roles, all the expectations fall away, like peeling an orange, taking that rind bit by bit and pulling it away from the core, seeing each segment bound together and yet separate, making up the whole of the self, your very essence. Your core is there, made up of its parts. Expand now, allowing yourself to open up like that flower that first opens to present itself to the world, permitting yourself to be vulnerable, noticing any tension or resistance that wells up within you, and letting this too gently wash away with the waves as you breathe it out, knowing there is nothing to fear, nothing to shy away from, here in your essence, in this place where you feel that essence of you that always was and always will be, that acorn to your oak, that seed of being, the spirit within that lies beneath the soil, that has grown in so many ways, sprouting its roots deep into the soil, the growth of that tree rising above the ground, showcasing its essence in the branches and leaves above. So, as you explore as much of this space as you want, taking the time now to truly acquaint yourself with your deeper self, the essence of you, without title or label. Feel the warmth of this eternal essence, your soul. Feel it connecting to your heart. That warmth, keeping your heart beating. That light, expanding out and shining upon every part of you that you may have been distanced from or have not yet come to know. Feel this beam of light embrace even the deepest parts of you. Feel its warmth wrap around you and fill you with a great sense of love and acceptance. Connect with every lost fragment and releasing now all those false beliefs of self, all the untrue and harmful beliefs or labels, letting that beam of light expand and embrace that fuller, truer sense of you. When you take that next full and necessary breath, and you have allowed that central essence to encompass you, you will appreciate that we are all parts of a human family and have some common attributes that we share. We can start by understanding our basic needs. We all also have our own personal ways of perceiving the world and what happens to us, knowing we see the world and ourselves through our own personal biases, our core belief systems that have been built over time, these beliefs that guide our every action, whether we are aware of them or not yet fully aware. They are based upon our experiences, our environments, how we have been treated by others, and our unique physical and mental capabilities. To really understand who we are, we must delve deep into our psyche to build an appreciation for what we need and how we meet these needs. To know one's self is not simply to love yourself, although this is important, or to criticize yourself, although internal feedback is also important, or to congratulate yourself, although positive self-talk can be highly meaningful. To truly know yourself is to acknowledge that we are one unified being, a whole made up of many unique parts. So now, as you create more space within and continue to embrace that inner essence, you may ask yourself, who am I? When all expectations melt away, when there are no titles, no labels, no roles, who is this person? My person, my essence. Allowing that presence, that light from within, illuminate all the different parts of yourself. And now, taking as much time as you desire to be here, in this presence of your true self, you can let all these questions go and just be with yourself, taking that tea with yourself, feeling yourself unfold in the warmth of this light with full acceptance and appreciation and loving kindness for all parts of yourself. If there is any resistance to any part of you that you are struggling to connect with, feel the courage that encompasses you, giving you everything you need to embrace that wholeness. Feel that light increase. The brightness surround you in a comforting way as you open up and let your soul speak to you, your mind and body, patiently, honestly, listening. Go as far as you desire on this journey within, respecting your limits, knowing that you can go as far as you need to, or stop this exploration at any time. Feel the harmony of this balance of energy, of resonating rhythm, of this powerful inner presence that is you. That is all you need, creating a place where you are at your best, a place that your inner light shines upon, a space where you will ever be at ease, feeling reassured that you can return to this place whenever you need to. That next deeply comfortable breath can remind you that you really can know deeply that all the inner terrain, your inner landscape of that inner essence, can be traveled comfortably, looking at this natural formation and that natural formation, the feelings and thoughts that shift and sway, the historical markers that act as signposts on the many and varied roads that take you to the most distant and different parts of yourself, of your experience of who you are, letting your curiosity move you from place to place within this vast expanse of your inner self. Acknowledging a very deep recognition of inner capabilities to observe your personal evolution, your experience of developing through each stage of life, and connecting this with your experience of development to see a newly born baby taking a moment to reflect on whether this baby thinks or what this baby thinks about. To watch an infant discover its own fingers, its toes, to see that amused look on the infant's face when it discovers that it can make a finger wiggle at will, taste that toe by making a conscious effort to pull it towards its mouth. And little by little, that infant is learning that this is my body. These are my parts. These are my boundaries. This is what I can do. And I am separate and distinct from any other part of the world, from all other people, places, and things. Making this scene in your mind clearer, more vivid, knowing that this baby was once you, taking in that deep sigh of relief that you have come a long way from learning these basic understandings, and you have come so far from that rudimentary level of functioning. Reflect now on your current body, each square inch of your skin, this boundary between your inner world and the outer world, feeling comfortable in your own skin, knowing it really isn't possible for you to jump out of your skin, feeling at ease with this knowledge that you are self-contained. Let it be said, as you sense this change of flow, we must breathe, we must eat, we must sleep. We all search for reasons. We all choose what to believe, what to see, what to perceive. This is where our union parts. The choices themselves are subjectively starched, unified in that we must make choices, separate in the type of choices we make and in the way we choose to face those choices. May it be said, we all must face our own humanity, our end and our destiny. We all must attend to the many needs that bind us to life. Our hunger, our thirst, mental states, sexual drive, our need to survive, our need to sleep and to excrete. We all seek safety from harm, security of physical necessity. We all must belong, whether through friendship, family, or song, whether through affiliation or relation. We need love to be strong. We yearn for confidence and to achieve and to know that others have seen. We all have self-esteem. Our will is like the wind to a leaf. While we follow this leaf downstream, isn't it interesting that there are some people who don't have a home in which to live, who believe that the sky is their roof and the earth is where they roam? And then there are others who mark off huge territories, many acres of land. They clearly mark that it is theirs, whether to protect themselves or to know themselves more intimately. Each wall someone builds keeps something in and keeps something else out. Think more deeply now about your inner walls. See these walls being built. What are you using to build your walls? What are you doing that shows these boundaries? Are your walls made from stone, walls of wood, steel reinforced walls? How thick are these walls? Do they do a good job of keeping the boundaries? Or are they letting in things that may harm you? These internal walls, your own personal walls that you have built for yourself, deliberately and happily, one stone, one brick, one panel at a time. The walls of you. They are permeable walls, ever-changing and moving, the kind that can selectively let things in and let things out, the kind of walls that allow just enough distance from discomfort to be able to enter and leave as you will, freely, comfortably. These important self-made walls, the kind of flexible boundary that allows you to safeguard your inner essence. When somebody makes a comment during a conversation that perhaps you can relate to, that permits a comfortable distance, a protective, a helpful distance from which to consider each bit of input. You can feel secure that each person's feedback to you will have to check in at your front gate before you decide to let it in or not. And if you react, your walls allow you the comfort and protection to decide how you'll react based on what works, what is best for you, and what feels good at the deepest levels within yourself. So, Now is the time, your time, when you're ready, to think about your walls more deeply, to take a good look at them, inspect them. Where are the boundaries? Are they easily broken down? Are they very strong and rigid? Do they let in the right amount of good things and keep out the right amount of harmful things? So here is your chance to celebrate your walls, the walls that you have built so carefully over the years, and to consider what needs changing. How can you refurbish them to better suit your current needs? You can choose to take some walls down or to build other pretty walls, a creative and movable wall. What colors will you use? What materials will you use? And what does the check-in gate look like? How much room is there? How much room do you need for that oak tree to grow freely? And the walls can always be moved when you so desire. They can be built up or taken down. You can put in peepholes or panoramic windows. After all, these are your walls, and you have built them to your own specifications. The walls are your own creative design, built exactly how you need and desire them to be. With this next breath of fresh air, take a step towards your gate. Look out upon the horizon that extends beyond you. Notice the ability to walk into that vast open space. This space has at one level unlimited freedom, but at another level, there's no structure to guide experience meaningfully. When you turn around and view your home, your essence, the you within, it was a nice space, a welcoming place, a safe place, a big enough space. You can remember all the experiences of envisioning that home, drafting those plans for building yourself, detailing how you wanted to arrange yourself, how many walls you would decorate, and where to put things, how many windows to use, how many doors. And when you wondered how many doors would open in or open out, take a moment to appreciate the part of you that knows very well that designing uses for space is a real art. And you discovered over time that each part of you, all the parts of you, have some space. Is this space how you envisioned it? Is this how you want to use that space? Has your individual design and the aesthetics of a high wall here or a low wall there been suitable to your needs? Do you need to provide more space for this part and less space for that? As you see the various aspects of yourself creating and drafting and reflecting and changing all the inner designs of your boundaries, you can really enjoy the incredible clarity that comes along with increasingly sophisticated designs, movable and removable walls. And what a relief to know that nothing that you experience need necessarily flow right through all of you. Maybe different parts of your experience can flow under the wall or through the window, but other parts can check in at the gate. That you have lots of inner protection, walls of inner strength. And you've seen pictures of the Great Wall of China. You've heard about the Berlin Wall. You know about Wall Street. Maybe you've even read about Hadrian's Wall and the natural wall of the Rocky Mountains, or the sheer cliff walls of Dover. And with all the different possibilities, your unconscious mind can, without any real effort, build and rebuild to allow as much or as little input from outside to enter into your being. Take this moment to just be in this place of security, taking in that feeling of wholeness and trust. Now, as you take in that landscape and appreciate your perfect handiwork, you can transition your thoughts and imagine yourself working for a security firm. You'd really know about the importance of enforcing and protecting the walls, that separate and precious inner self, from the outer world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. One really must protect one's space and well-being. Keep the intimate parts of yourself safe and secure. So while you consider this perspective, you may recognize there are a lot of deeper meanings that you can absorb and use. Being more conscious now that this session will soon come to a close, remembering that inner space, that warmth, that great power, that ideal place where you know who you are, what you need. Take comfort in knowing that you can always return to this inner space, this place of security and understanding. You can carry on remaining in this inner space, lingering with your higher, truest self, in that warm embrace of deep, relaxing, and calming sleep, if you so choose, continuing the work of exploring any falsehoods, any parts of you that are no longer needed, knowing that you are protected and secure, and letting go of these. Or you can take whatever time you need now to let your conscious mind reorient to the here and now, taking your time to process, to architect, to reaffirm that control, that sense of relief, slowly starting to move your body, and then when you feel like you want to, and when you're ready to, that's when you can reorient fully and open your eyes if you'd like to, peacefully and calmly, taking whatever next step you feel is needed comfortably and calmly.